Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my YouTube channel Heart of Guidance. Why Muslim men secretly struggle with women. Most Muslim men will never admit this, but deep down they're struggling to find the right woman, struggling to be respected, struggling to stay true to their deen while navigating relationships in a world that constantly pulls them away from Allah. Why is this happening, and more importantly, what can you do about it? The modern day FNAW live in times where temptation is everywhere. Social media, music, TV, everything is designed to weaken men. The Prophet, peace be upon him, warned about this, saying, I have not left behind a greater fitn for men than women. Bukhari 596. Yet today many Muslim men ignore this warning. They chase after women, seek validation, and fall into the same traps over and over again. The illusion of the perfect woman. One of the biggest struggles Muslim men face is unrealistic expectations. Many have been conditioned by movies and social media to believe in a perfect woman, one who looks flawless, never argues, and always makes them happy. But real life doesn't work like that. Even the best women have flaws. Even the wives of the Prophet, peace be upon him, had disagreements with him. Expecting perfection will only lead to disappointment. Weak leadership. Cross no respect. A woman cannot respect a man who doesn't know his purpose. Many men today are lost. They have no mission, no strength, no backbone. They let women control them, dictate their emotions, and led them away from their deen. Islam teaches that a man should be a calm protector and maintainer, but too many men are afraid to lead, afraid to make decisions, afraid to stand firm, and when a man is weak, a woman loses respect for him. Falling into haram relationships. Another silent struggle, falling into haram relationships, thinking it will lead to happiness. Many Muslim men date in secret, thinking they'll fix it later by getting married. But what happens? They waste years in haram, damage their souls, and when the time comes for marriage, they're either heartbroken or stuck in a toxic cycle. Allah warns us to not even go near zina. Quran 17:32. Yet so many Muslim men ignore this command and wonder why their hearts feel empty. Desperation leads to wrong choices. Because of this constant struggle, many men become desperate for love, and desperation leads to bad decisions. Some marry women who don't share their values just to avoid being alone. Others settle for toxic relationships because they fear they won't find better. But in Islam, marriage is not meant to be a prison. It's meant to bring peace, and among his signs is that he created for you spouses so that you may find tranquility in them. Quran 3021. Yet if a man is desperate, he will never find tranquility, only more struggle. Desperation makes a man blind to red flags he ignores, incompatibilities, excuses, bad character, and rushes into commitments that ultimately harm him. When a man chases a woman out of loneliness rather than patience, he often finds himself trapped in an unhealthy relationship instead of searching for love and desperation. A Muslim man must build his patience and trust in Allah's timing. Love that is rushed rarely leads to happiness. A man must first find contentment within himself before he can expect to find it in a woman. The Prophet never married out of desperation. He married with wisdom and purpose. If you want a successful marriage, you must first become a successful man, one who doesn't let loneliness dictate his choices. The feminization of Muslim men. A harsh truth: many men today have lost their masculinity. They've been taught to be overly passive, to seek constant approval, to put women above everything, including Allah. Islam does not teach men to be tyrants, but it also does not teach them to be weak. A real Muslim man leads with strength, wisdom, and dignity. He puts his faith first, not his desires. When a man lacks masculine energy, he naturally struggles in relationships. Women are not drawn to men who constantly seek validation or who hesitate to take charge. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was the perfect example of balanced masculinity. He was gentle and kind, yet firm and decisive. He did not let emotions control him, nor did he abandon his responsibility as a leader. Many Muslim men today have fallen into the trap of becoming too soft, too apologetic, too afraid to lead. They suppress their natural masculine instincts to please others, thinking that by being passive, they will be liked more. But the truth is, women respect men who stand their ground, who take initiative, and who are unshaken by emotions. A Muslim man must embrace his role as a leader in his personal life, his community, and his relationship. When he does, he will find that respect and love come naturally without struggle. The importance of self-respect: a woman cannot love a man who does not respect himself. If you Chase after her, beg for attention and put her on a pedestal. She will look down on you. Instead, focus on yourself, your deen, your purpose, your mission. A strong Muslim man does not need to beg for love. It comes naturally when he walks the right path. The more self-respect you have, the more others will respect you. Women are naturally drawn to men who have direction and stability in their lives. If you are confident in your faith, in your purpose, and in your identity as a Muslim man, you won't need to prove yourself to anyone. True self-respect starts with discipline, lowering your gaze, guarding your tongue, staying away from places that lead to haram. These actions shape your character. They make you a man of integrity, and when you become that man, you won't find yourself struggling with women, because you will naturally attract what is meant for you. But self-respect isn't built overnight. It takes work, patience, and a constant commitment to improving yourself. Ask yourself, are you living as the kind of man that Allah would be pleased with? If the answer is no, then your struggle isn't with women, it's with yourself. The secret to success. So what's the solution? It's simple but not easy. Put Allah first. Work on yourself before looking for a wife. Strengthen your character, build your purpose, and stop chasing women. When you focus on your deen, the right woman will enter your life at the right time. The Prophet said the world is temporary enjoyment, and the best enjoyment in the world is a righteous woman. Muslim 1467. But you will never attract a righteous woman if you are not righteous yourself. If you want a woman who is modest, pious, and strong in her deen, then you need to be that man first. Your future wife is not looking for a boy who is distracted by every temptation. She is looking for a man who fears Allah, who stands firm in his faith, and who knows his purpose. And when you reach that level, marriage will not feel like a struggle, it will feel like a blessing. This is the secret that most men don't realize. Your success with women is a direct reflection of your success in your relationship with Allah. If you fix that first, everything else will follow. So the real question is, are you ready to change?